There is an old good Jewish joke. A Jew cries next to the Western Wall in Jerusalem in sadness. A tourist passes by and asks if everything okay. The Jew says, well, every day I come to this holy place. Every day I pray and ask for something important for me. And you know what? Sometimes I think that I'm talking to the wall. However funny this joke is, it has some truth in it. Why do we put such high significance to a physical space? For example, many Jews turn towards Jerusalem during prayers. Some Jews express the hope of the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem in their daily prayers. Some even produce all the tools for temple sacrifices in hope that it will be restored soon. These practices lead to important questions. Do I want the temple in Jerusalem to be rebuilt? Do I want animal sacrifices to take place in Jerusalem again? Well, for most progressive Jews, the answer to both questions is simple. Synagogue has permanently replaced the temple, and the caste of temple priests, Kohanim and Levites, is irrelevant for modern Judaism. So we do not mourn the destruction of the temple anymore, and we do not want it to be rebuilt. However, it doesn't mean that we need to forget about it. The memory of the destruction is a meaningful concept, which is important to Judaism. This idea is powerfully expressed in a sermon given by the Orthodox Rabbi Norman Lamb. He takes one step further and writes that Tisha B'Av, the day of the destruction of both first and the second temples, according to the tradition. So Tisha B'Av does not mean remembering, it means reliving. That in every generation, every Jew must feel as if they themselves lived in Jerusalem as it was being destroyed, as if they themselves was one of the faithful onlookers who wept endless tears as they watched the Beit HaMikdash go up in the flames, desecrated by the inhuman legions of Rome. Every Jew must feel as if they personally were uprooted and sent off as an exile to some strange country, far, far from home. This historical aspect of the day of the destruction of the temple has great resonance, that we mourn the suffering of our ancestors. In other words, we don't want the temple Judaism, the Judaism of the past, to be great again. However, the remembrance of the past doesn't mean recreating the past. The best we have in Judaism today emerged and was developed as a response to the destruction. The Talmud tells a story that when the first temple was destroyed, some priests gathered with the keys to the sanctuary in their hands. They got to the roof and declared, "Ruler of the universe, we don't deserve to be trustworthy custodians. Let the keys be given back to you." And then they threw the keys towards the heaven, and miraculously, something like a hand emerged and received them. This metaphorical image of the Talmud legend has a powerful message in it. Those people, or those keys, were not just keys to a building, but the key to the human relationship with God. Those who think that a building is a key those who think that the building is a key to be close to God throw away the key the real key to God. Tomorrow we will celebrate 30 years since the new LJS synagogue was built and dedicated. And I am looking forward to it. One may say that the building we have now is the second temple of the LJS community, so to speak. Although one may argue that since it is the third venue for the community, it must be called the third temple. So in a way, we as the LJS community already have the third temple. Tomorrow we will celebrate the achievement of many people who created the beautiful spiritual space, which we call our Jewish home today. It is truly the architectural piece of art which helps us to achieve the peace in our hearts. However beautiful it is, the LJS is not just the building. LJS is first of all people. In the words of Psalm 118, Even masu abonim, haita lerosh pinah, the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Only the rejected stone can serve its true purpose. Any building, whether it is a synagogue or a congress building, is just a set of stones. People make it worthy. Human achievement and remembrance of the past is what matters and what makes it real. Otherwise, we put too much significance to our building, and it becomes like talking to the wall.